In this video, I'm going to talk about how a packet goes back from host D to host A. In the last video, I talked about how a packet gets from host A to host D. So this is just continuation of what I talked about in the last video. So as you know, all the tables are already populated. The arc tables, as you can see here, all host A on host D has their own arc tables, and router 1 has an arc table and route table, and of course the switches have their own MAC tables or count tables as well. So how a packet gets back from host D to host A. So host D will create a packet, and in that packet you will have your data, your layer 3 header. In the layer 3 header, of course, you will have your source IP address, which is host D IP address here, 22.22.22.40, and the destination IP address will be this IP address here, so 11.11.11.11.10, sorry, /24, and the MAC address, of course, will be the host D MAC address, which is here, DDD. So I'm using simplified MAC addresses just to simplify things, and host D has its arc table, and then in that arc table it will have a router 1 IP address, which is 22.22.22.1, and of course its MAC address, which is this MAC address. So in the layer 2 header, like I said, the source MAC address is host D MAC address, and the destination MAC address will be router 1 MAC address here. So switch 2 will receive the frame, and the entry will be just refreshed, because as switch 2 already has the port 2 and this MAC address on its count table, as you can see here, and so switch 2 will forward the frame to its port 1, because it will look at the destination MAC address, and of course the destination MAC address is this, so it will forward the frame to its port 1, and router 1 will receive the packet, so it will strip the layer 2 header. Of course, the layer 2 header is used to get the packet from host D to router 1, and the layer 3 header is used to get the packet from host D to host A. So end-to-end delivery, but host layer 2 is used to get a packet hop to hop. So like I said, router 1 will remove the layer 2 header, and it will see that the destination IP address will be this IP address. So it will check its route table, and it will know that destination IP address will be forwarded to its fast Ethernet 1, and it's directly connected. And it's directly connected. So router 1 will create a layer 2 header, and in that layer 2 header, it will have its own MAC address, which is this MAC address, and of course the destination MAC address will be this MAC address here, AAAA, and router 1 knows how to forward knows that it should forward the frame to router 1 already has an ARP entry for host A's IP address here, so it will also consult its ARP table, and so it will know that the destination MAC address will be this MAC address here. Actually, this is. So again, the packet will have the data and the layer 3 header and the layer 2 header. And the layer 2 header, you will have your source MAC address, which is this MAC address, and the destination MAC address will be host A's MAC address. So router 1 has all the information to forward the packet to host A. So the frame will arrive at switch 1 port 3, and of course switch 1 already has its mapping for this to here, which is this. So this MAC address lives on port 3, and switch 1 will see that the destination MAC address is this MAC address. So switch 1 will forward the frame to port 2, and host A will receive the packet, and it will just strip the layer 2 header and the layer 3 header. Of course, like I said, the layer 2 header is used to forward the frame from router 1 to host A, and the layer 3 header is used to forward the packet from host D to host A. So it will strip the layer 2 header, layer 3 header, and process the receives and processes the packet. So there you have it. That's all. That's what it takes to get the packet from host D to host A. So yeah, that's it for now. Maybe I'm gonna talk about other art kinds of arts in the future videos. So watch out for those videos. Thank you.